Hi and welcome. I decided to do country. This is part two of how I got started in country. Steve was a writer. He invited me to come to his home once again and record a song. We looked at the gold records, platinum records. He had a song publishing. He did not sign me. There was various reasons. Wife took me in the back and talked to me and told me it was bittersweet. He was an artist and a businessman, and it tended to get in the way. He was lost in his feelings. So, and I gave in a previous show, separating business from feelings. I gave in a previous show, Separate Business from Feelings. This is country. I am Shantelheart, originally Sonia. I own a radio station in Milwaukee. I am syncing the two together to the new Spreaker broadcast, the Shantelheart Show. Steve was a songwriter, gold plaque record he earned with the country legacy artist, and as well as platinum as well. And he opened up his own music publishing. He was a bittersweet artist, and his feelings would he would get lost in his feelings. It would be bittersweet because he wanted the dream of being the next big artist. And he was huge locally, a few places out of town, and that's enough in its own right. He made an earning wealth enough to survive. But you have to keep this going. So usually it looks like it's a lot, but when you see the bills, you see and understand why the grind and hustle is so hard out here, far as any music genre, and keeping it going and building and creating a music vehicle and entity out of it. So country, I was invited to the Music Row after we recorded it in his home studio in Nashville, Tennessee, 2010. Rainy Nights was born. He already wrote it, and I think it was put away on a shelf. Maybe he let others buy it and record it just to do something to get a feel of like a workshop seminar. And they came to his house, and he would give tracks, or they would bring their own or write their own material. But anyways, we met online, networking, and I drove out there, me and my father, and he explained his story and his love, and he shared that with me. Long story short, we're at the Tracking Center Music Row recording. Years prior, before that, I got offered a record deal with Curb Records. A woman promised me a deal, but I didn't have the look, the sex appeal. So she said, lose weight, come back, and you're a big star. Well, when I slimmed down enough, somehow she had been out of business or moved, or they ran her out of Nashville. And it was right after I had been crying about it, and people was trying to get rid of her. So my story came about with country, Rainy Nights. He heard my voice and said, country needs you, and you're the black soul Carrie Underwood. So that's how I was birthed into the country music world. And I'm going to connect that as a reality show. And I'm excited. I'm intimidated when it comes to re-recording Dolly Parton's song, because Whitney Houston covered that. Not a hater, but intimidated, which means big shoes to fill, which means it could be a nightmare for critics, or a birthing of something great sound for critics, which means the critics are upset and I anger them or irritate them. It could be haunting for me. My grandparents was a gospel famous couple who did the church industry only. And that's before Dr. Bobby Jones really got his big take as Dr. Bobby Jones. It was the early years. And before that, he was also the mentor of Isaac Hayes and many other groups out there that my grandfather trained. He did the country gospel feel, and was signed to Jules Records, which is a spin-off indie label of the 45 HSC of Cadillac Records. So my grandfather, now I am a spin-off legacy of Cadillac Records. He was known as the famous songbird, so he introduced country to me as a child, and I wasn't really interested in that. I was lost in R&B. and I got lost into jazz later teen years, and a woman, and I figured that's where I belong. The classics, remakes like Nat King Cole, Natalie Cole, Nancy Wilson, and those artists, as well as having the genre love for Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Usher, and Brandy Monica at the time of my growing up in the 90s. I am an 80s baby, so I appreciate the classic years of the retro 80s, as well as throwback. Well, anyways, long story short, my birthday of Rainy Nights, I shared a two-band, huge big band musicians came in and played as I shared looking in the windows. We were all looking out. It's like a live music video recording, but I didn't have the media to any footage to prove this. But I will go back and eventually have that feel again on a new single project. And I'm making a album that's coming about, and it's in the works. So let's keep our fingers crossed and prayers open to see, can this really take off from one song spinoff and followers, and to see if you're really feeling this and if you're with me. So it's probably going to bring a lot of successfulness out of it. My fingers are crossed, and I don't want to say luck, I want to say blessings, that Rainy Nights bring about a new height for the songwriter as well, myself, and becoming a new country edge jazz singer. So right now, kicking off this afternoon is Who Am I? This is the Shantelheart Show, live on Spreaker broadcast.
Who am I? Where am I?
Yeah, no doubt, Lord's Fellowship, illustrate, you'll be real. Represent for the Sackcloth Fashion Expo, holding it down for Denver, Colorado, underground and unseen. Deemed an MC from the womb, so I'm born to rock eternally. Confirm these spoken words, get grounds for open heart surgery. Transform for the old, so I'm not half the man I used to be. My life remains vain unless Christ's name's on my eulogy. So tell me who you mean and the one you represent for. A man's life is but a blink, so tell me if you think you hardcore. Let's lay the law, see what's really going down. Every breath is God's gift, so how that sound? MCs go rhyme for rhyme, head to head and flow for flow, and make claims of credibility over swollen egos. Y'all need to know in actuality who controls the wide rhythms of drum tracks and crazy ill tempos. I look into myself to see what my eyes behold. Just a man drenched in sin is the story now unfolds. So I would load on transmissions of optimism, bathe clean in the bloodstream, stepping out of this catechism. Journey through the trenches to discover who I am. Realized I was nothing once I found the I am. Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just the thought that God has given birth. Who am I? Nobody in particular. Just another writing rhymes, y'all guided by the spirit. Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just the thought that God has given birth. Who am I? Nobody in particular. Just another writing rhymes, but the spirit's my vehicular.
I'm in love with the written and I can't stand the bitten. Hold on to your seats, I'm a hardcore Christian. Y'all tripping, need to stop, look and listen. I got 66 books to piece the risen. I'm in effect, LS slapped off the devil's necks. I'm a king man, corner off the mic. Underground and unseen in the flaming fire. Amelia, open up your eyes, it's time to bone collect. Peep the realness, if the E ain't after the B, I gotta ask myself, do you know me? I illustrate the alpha and omega, even if it seems like I'm doing it all by my lonely. You should've never revoked me, now my rhyme scheme is unidentified. A teardrop from my eye the day the lyric got crucified. I know the devil's a lie, because they even let Jesus down. Save the children and take the keys from hell. While I'm doing that, I'll vocalize over the breakdown. Now my rewind got the Holy Ghost sounding all off across the airwaves. I just wanna be saved, every day with the gifts of God like a holiday. I am what I am, that's what I be. As I exit the earth by spreading my wings towards the heavenlies.
Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just a thought that God has given birth. Who am I? Nobody in particular. Just another writing rhymes, y'all guided by the spirit. Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just a thought that God has given birth. Who am I?
nobody in particular. Just another right rhymes, but the spirit's my vehicular. Transportation to elevate to the next plane. Gathering new strands and connecting with the mainframe. Reforming brings change long as the subject is willing. While kids be grabbing the mic in the hopes of making a killing. What's the deal you dealing, Mr. Illa be willing? We must receive forgiveness before we can catch the feeling. So y'all can bring your skills in a full assault for combat. Empty four-letter curses and still couldn't harm that. Saved by the blood roaming the lands of Colorado. Following hip-hop since the rhyme skills are hollow if they lack the heart of truth. Riding off an image, trading deception to our youth. While I claim supremacy to no one. Seeking out the guidance of God, this thing like the darts of a blowgun. Each time I'm a-flowing in the hopes that we all learn. While MCs be flapping their jaws, I'ma just wait for my turn and let the fire burn. As revival fire starts to fall, give praise to the majestic in the hopes he takes them all. All rhymes are written in efforts to show who Christ is. Lord's fellowship come with skills to show the nights. Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just the thought that God has given birth. Who am I? Nobody in particular. Just another writing rhymes, y'all guided by the spirit. Who am I? Nothing more than dust from the earth. Who am I? Just the thought that God has given birth. Who am I? Nobody in particular. Just another writing rhymes, but the spirit's my vehicular.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi.
So that was Early Morning and as well as Who Am I? And I believe it was another country intro that I usually play called C by Sheriff. So again, I'm going into the country music world venture, and fingers crossed, I'm excited. Intimidation is there. It's something very new. It's something very, actually it's more relaxing. R&B is more difficult with pushing the power, the emotion, distress, connect, has always been a problem for me. Country is more at home for me. It's more everyday. It's more, it's me. It's who I am. It represents everything about me. It's easy to express. It's easy to discuss the topics and issues when it comes to that genre. So connecting that with the jazz, being free, the fusion of it all, the scats and riffs and acrobats and runs off your emotion is a perfect pair. So here's, I want to do Melissa Moshe with Country Song. Experiencing music role, what and its legacy itself is a blessing and a big project to come. Once again, the single, I thought, man, I recorded that 2 days, and there was a lot of pressure. I vomited. I was sick, stressed. It was something new. The intimidation caused pressure, but Rainy Nights was recorded, and I will share that with you in a little bit. 17 minutes already in the show. Here is Country Song.
So, you're never gonna leave her. You're never gonna say goodbye. And I walk down these crowded streets, hoping for a chance meeting, just to look in your eyes, wondering if you think of me, wondering if you're still on me, wondering should I put up a fight. All the days and all the nights she spends lying by your side. Should it be me? You should be mine. And I said, so you're never gonna leave her. You're never gonna say goodbye. And I walk down these crowded streets, hoping for a chance meeting, just to look in your eyes. And now all I have is our memory, traces of our history accompany me. And with each passing day, visions of us began to fade, and I'm left to wonder why. And I said, so you're never gonna leave her. You're never gonna say goodbye.
time on every CD when it needs to end. You have reached that point. This is it. There's no going any further. You can't. This is the end. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But I wanted to let you know that everything is going to be alright. Everything is going to be okay.
It'll be alright. Yeah, I'll be okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. Yeah, 'cause it'll be alright. Wipe that tear from your eye. It'll be alright. It's gonna be okay. Why don't you go outside and play? It's a nice day out. Roll back the stars.
I've been thinking about the people I've seen and the way they walk and the way they'll be. It's something I just have to learn to accept. Thoughts burning on that old gas stove. Yeah, stupid me, I don't even know. I guess the obvious just seems to slip on by. Well, I don't see what you see. I don't hear what you hear. And I don't smile like you smile. It's a long, long road that we all ride on. We all have our own roads to ride.
Well, we had a big fight. You picked a good day for a bad night. When I telephone, no answer. Boy, what's going on? Well, I'm sitting here and thinking, unknowing, will you lie? What really scares me the most, I know what rainy nights are for. Making love. Boy, you know just what to do. Laughing, cutting land. Baby, where are you? Yes, I'm going crazy. Boy, tearing out my heart. What really scares me the most, I know what rainy nights are for.
Hey, and that's my snippet of Rainy Nights. It's been released already. It's also Ringback Ringtones on different distribution. I think they're talking about shutting it down. For the simple fact we want to re-release it as a cover artist. I'm a cover artist, major distribution celebrity, Sonia, also known as my face. You'll see Chantel. I got my start, Chantel Hobson, in Europe on the gospel pop R&B album. So here is Reba McEntire with I'm a Survivor. This is my therapeutic song as well as my backbone to give me strength and to look up. Love Miss Reba McEntire. Hope she brings out the survivor in you. And remember, this is the Shantelheart Show, Spreaker broadcast. News. Mwah. The one and only. Don't you ever forget it.
Too early. The doctor gave me 30 days, but I must have had my mama's will and God's amazing grace. I guess I'll keep on living, even if this love's to die for. Cause your bags are packed and I ain't crying. You're walking out and I'm not trying to change your mind, cause I was born to be the baby girl without a chance, a victim of circumstance, the one who ought to give up, but she's just too hard-headed. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. I don't believe in self-pity, it only brings you down. Maybe the queen of broken hearts, but I don't hide behind the crown. When the neck is stacked against me, I just play a different game. My roots are planted in the past, and though my life is changing fast, who I am is who I wanna be. The baby girl without a chance, a victim of circumstance, the one who ought to give up, but she's just too hard-headed. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. Oh, a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. But I must have had my mama's will and God's amazing. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
The Power of Recording, The Power of Music. I'm a Survivor by Reba McEntire. Here's looking in at new music, at a new start, at a new season. The one and only, don't you ever forget it. This is the Shantelheart Show. Mwah. See you. Check out the latest episodes and rate, comment, follow. See you around. Thanks. Bye-bye.